My name is Bree, and today we are going to be sitting down with a bunch of our staff to get to know them better and just ask them questions. Let's get started. What's up, Josh?
Not too much. How are you?
Good. All right, so a few questions for you. Ready?
Yes.
First one. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
I would live in a place with a nice thick forest area, a small town atmosphere, and a beach. I like anywhere in the world that has all three, and it's very prosperous and not very expensive to live there. So like, my first thought is like Hawaii, but I don't want to live in Hawaii because it's really far away from all my friends, and it's very expensive to live there. So like, a place like that, where you have all those things, where like there's small towns, there's big cities, there's beaches, but not Hawaii. So something that has all three. Something that has all three somewhere, I'll live there.
I think I want to live where it's like kind of cloudy, maybe a little bit rainy. Not gonna lie.
It's a popular choice right now.
Yeah. So I'd say maybe around like Oregon or Washington. But if those were like off the dock, I'd be chill living in Arizona. So maybe like up here where it's a little bit cloudy here and there, but yeah.
Ronald. I haven't been that many places, and there's a lot of interesting places in the world, but I would really love to just live the rest of my life in the Pacific Northwest. That's like the northernmost part of the United States. So Washington, Oregon, it's just magical. Like the forest there is so deep and so green, and it just rains a lot, and there's mist that just makes it feel mysterious. And the ocean, I love it. That's where I would live forever.
So Washington, Oregon? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I've always wanted to move to Washington State because it has awesome rock formations there, and it is the only place in the continental U.S. that has a rainforest. I've always wanted to live there.
If I could live anywhere in the world, I would probably choose Thailand because I think it's really cool, their architecture. They have a lot of houses on like stilts and things like that because it rains so much that they end up having to like paddle to work every day, and I just think that'd be a really fun experience.
Finland.
Why?
I've done some research and their culture and things that I believe in, like my values, really align with them. So I really like that, and their school system. One thing I would have to get used to though is like cold winter weather, and I'm not used to that.
Because we live in Arizona?
Yes. Yes.
I would choose to live in Ireland because I visited there before and it blew me away with all the natural beauty and the greenery, and I just love being outside, and the food was so good and the people were so kind, and also like there was a really growing arts scene there. I've never been to a place that just blew me away with all the nature like that, so that would be a fun one.
Ireland?
Yeah, but not forever.
Not forever? Just live there for like a short period?
I don't think I could be away from family for that long. But
Yeah.
for a fun little like period of my life, I can go there.
Heck yeah, I'll go with you.
I would want to live in Italy or Greece.
Italy or Greece? Why? I mean, that's a good one. Why?
I love pizza, so Italy, and I love how Greece looks. So pretty.
Valid.
It would be Arizona, because I don't like the cold.
If it was cold here, you would go?
Hawaii, because it's not going to get cold there.
Okay.
Camp. I mean, if I could live here all year round, I'd love that.
I feel like Camp Tatiyee. I'm pretty sure that we've gotten those answers a lot. It's like a beautiful campus, beautiful place, beautiful people.
Aww. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned from this year to last year?
I think I learned a lot about myself in the last 2 years. And I used to think that I was super extroverted, like all the way 100% extroverted. And I think I started developing like a healthier balance between like appreciating my introverted sides in myself and kind of like feeding that a little bit. And so I think just being like confident in like doing things by myself and like knowing that like that's okay and like you're allowed to have moments all by yourself.
I need to follow my heart in the sense that I get to do what I want, as long as it doesn't hurt myself or others. And I find that I'm passionate about something, that I should just go for it and do it with like full force.
Biggest lesson I've learned these last couple of years, they were tough, and I feel like these last 2 years I've really learned to appreciate what it gives to be with other people. Just how much quality time with your friends and family and loved ones, like what it does for you. You know, it's such a big part of our needs. And so over the last 2 years, I valued that more. Yeah.
I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is to really give myself time and allow myself to do different things. Like last year was really difficult for a lot of people. I think I was a little hard on myself. So I really learned to give myself that cushion and like that leeway so I could work on things and work on myself.
To believe in myself and just it's okay to take chances. Love it.
That it's okay to make mistakes and that you can learn from your mistakes. And sometimes it's okay to be sad.
The biggest lesson that I've learned in the past year, just being honest with myself, just being truthful with where I am, with what I'm dealing with and the stuff I need to work on. Just learning to be more just open to the journey, man, to doing the steps that we need to take and doing the work. And
I think to just give people grace and not like assume things, because I think there's so much of that going on in the world where they're just like assuming they know other people's intentions, or whether it be politics or vaccine or COVID or whatever. It's like, just chill. We're all people, we're all family in some way. So I think just giving grace and trying to look at the best assumptions of people.
What has been the biggest lesson that you've learned?
I think the last year and a half has been hard for a lot of people. I'm sure you've got a lot of interesting answers, but I think a lot of it just comes down to ask for help when you need it.